What's up, Facebook? How you doing, man? It's actually a Friday night. Um, I got my kids coming here for the summer. My son. I don't get to see my daughter too often. I love you though, Mia, Liliana, Kimber. I love you. But me and Big Neat, our next press conference will be next Saturday, 1 o'clock, Plant 12 Market. But while I was thinking, I got my son coming over. I was thinking about the stories I'm gonna read him for like his bedtime stories. I like to try to read my son bedtime stories at night, and I remember a story that was being read to me. It was called Little Red Riding Hood. Well, I didn't feel that story was appropriate for my son, so I came up with I wrote me a little story. It's called Big Neat from the Hood. Once upon a time there lived a big girl. This girl wore a 5X red hood at all times. That's why everyone called her Big Neat. Big Neat, yes, Verquan. Sammy is selling chicken today. Can you go over there and order me 12 dozen, 12 a dozen of wings? Yes, Quan. The big girl with the 5X red hood, like always, started her journey to Plant 12 Market. Do not order more than 12 pieces, said Verquan. As she was leaving, Big Neat started walking to the market while joyously singing, I am hungry. She sang that I am hungry song. She said to herself, I wonder why they call it Plant 12 Market. I haven't eaten 12 pieces of chicken since I was 4. Big Nitra then came to the door where Sammy stood. She smelled all kinds of chicken being cooked. I should order some chicken for Verquan, said Big Neat. While Big Neat was ordering chicken, she did not realize she was drifting away from her weight. At that moment, she heard a sound coming from the back of the market. Suddenly, Sammy approached her. Big Neat, yeah. Big Neat felt so disrespected when Sammy. Oh, Big Neat felt so disrespected when she seen Sammy right in front of her, right in front of her eyes. She grabbed him, picked him up. As she lifted him up, she held him to the air, telling him, "You know what I." She held him to the air, telling him, "You know what I came for, Sammy. I'm coming for the chicken." Sammy gave her the chicken. She was amazed that Sammy would give her the chicken, not knowing what Sammy had was gesturing up. Thank you, she replied. Sammy said, please don't eat everything, big girl. She says, I won't, here we go, I got it. She says, I won't eat everything. I'll leave one chip. By the way, you can call me Big Neat, like everyone else does. He said, let me have a chip. I can taste them first. And I can taste them first to see what they taste like, and then I'll let you know what they taste like. Right at that moment, Big Nitra's face turned red in anger. Mm-hmm. Big Nitra looked around at that moment and started roaring, realizing Sammy wanted to eat one chip in the store. Big Neat then realized that Sammy was the owner of the store. She said, "You own this store, Sammy, or do you want this store for your future?" Sammy replied, "Yes, Big Neat, I just want you to put me down. You're holding me up too high." Big Neat let Sammy down on the ground, not realizing that Sammy had other plans. As Sammy walked up to Big Neat, Sammy said to you, "Wow, Big Neat, what big arms you have." She says, "Yes, Sammy, better to hold you with." Sammy also looked at her and said, "Wow, Big Neat, what big eyes you have." Big Neat replies to Sammy, says, "Yes, Sammy, this is better to see you with." Sammy also replies, says, "Wow, Big Neat, what big nose you have." He also, Big Neat replies, "Yes, Sammy, better to smell you with." Sammy also says, "Wow, Big Neat, what big lips you have." Big Neat said, "Yeah, Sammy, better to kiss you with." Sammy said, "Oh no, Big Neat, I don't kiss. Oh, Big Neat, I don't kiss girls as big as you. They scare me." But, wow, Big Neat, what big teeth you have." She said, "Yeah, Sammy, to eat all the chicken with. All the chicken that you have in Plentiful Market." Mm-hmm. Sammy then turns around and looks at Big Neat, not realizing how tall she was and how big she was in the store. He says, "Excuse me, excuse me, can somebody please call the police?" As Sammy yells out into the streets to everyone. Big Neat then turns and yells and says, "No, nobody calls the police or I'll eat your whole family. I'll eat you and your family as well." Oh. Everyone scattered, running quickly and fast, trying to get away from this gigantic monster that was created right here. Sammy ducks and hides. Sammy has to come up. Sammy realizes to himself that he has to come up with a plan to actually, calm the gigantic big Nitra West in the red that sweatshirt, red sweatshirt down. Oh, I'm going blind. Sammy says, "Okay," to himself. "Okay, self." Self said, "Huh?" "Okay, Sammy." Sammy said, "Self." Self said, "Huh?" "Okay." He said, "What can I do to actually transfer her mind from thinking about eating my store up and everything in it, plus all the chicken wings? What can I do to actually have her, leave my store Sammy created this great idea. He actually convinced Big Nitra that all the food was spoiled. It was spoiled. He wanted to convince her. That's what he came up with. That was his idea. Tell her that all the food is spoiled, and if she eat it, it may cause her death, cause her to die. So as Sammy approaches Big Neat, he explains to her, "Hey, Nitra. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, this food here that you're eating," and she replied, "Just let me eat my food, Sammy." Well, as you're eating the food, Big Neat, you might die because the food is old. Big Neat replies and puts all the food down. She puts it back on the stands or where it belongs and says, "Sammy, I'm going to eat everybody else's food," as she storms out the store. And she closes the door, and Sammy gets to have the store back. Nobody was hurt. Sammy gets down on his knees and he starts praying to Allah. Sammy's continuing to pray, Allah, Allah. That was it. That was it, kids. That was the end of the story. Sammy did a good job.